Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot. Right, okay. There's nobody on at the moment, but I've came on here because it's been coming for the last few days. I am going to do some readings, a little bit different to what I normally do as well. I'm asking questions with these, and I don't know yet whether I'm going to do them for the star signs or whether I'm going to do them for personal people. So that will come kind of as the chat goes on as well. So there's starting to be people coming in here as well, because there's so much I need to get off my chest. I'm sitting here and I'm like really ready to scream. So if you're on, please let me know and please make yourself known and then we can start. Hi, April. You were just thinking about me. Speak of the devil and they will appear, right? Good morning, Virgo love. Good morning, the Patty. Good morning, Lee. Oh yeah, people are starting to come on. Right, well, but first of all, what I want to do this, I entitled this Ranting and Readings, okay, because I do have a rant, and this is probably not to the likes of yous, because the support that I get for this channel is absolutely huge, and I really am grateful for that as well. But with the support also comes a lot of shit, and that is where I'm at. Okay, so I am going to do some readings, but there's just a few things that I feel need to come out first, not just for in my life, but I feel in everybody's life as well. My accent, it's a Geordie accent, Trisha. My mother was Patricia and she used to get Trisha sometimes as well. So hi Haley, hi Tracy. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've just come on and just hung out with you and stuff. And like I say, a lot of you know that I moved to the island about 4 or 5 weeks ago now. It hasn't been how I expected. There's been a lot going on as well, personal wise. And it's really been testing. It's really been challenging. Now, the reason I'm on here is, yes, the December readings haven't been finished. They will be finished and they will be up by the end of the week, okay? But what I just want to say, and this isn't just for me, this is for other readers, because I've noticed it with other readers as well. The fact that we are spending a lot of our time having to come on here and set boundaries and, all of that, it's just not cool, I mean, I'm not the only reader who's doing this. I've seen it with other readers as well. And I just want to say that, there are people out there who, these readings are free. Okay, and we do them, because we want to do them. I personally do more free work than what I do paid work, but it's the entitlement that people have. I had somebody yesterday tell me how sad I'd made them because I hadn't done Pisces readings, and it's like, what, if that is the only thing that makes you sad, then you really want to have a look and see how good your life is, because people don't realize that other people can be going on, there can be other stuff going on with other people's lives, and it's the entitlement. Now, I work with energy. Okay, and I see, this is what I am. I'm a seer. Everything to me is in images. So when I'm connecting with somebody, even something like this, I see the energy between it. Okay, so the second that energy starts to get twisted and it has a bit of a twist, the connection isn't right. And what I need to do is I need to protect myself from that. Now, when we look at footballers, some footballers get their legs insured and things like that because that is their work, okay? And energy is my work. So I have to massively have an insurance with my energy, because if I go down, which I'm teetering on that, and this is why I feel I need to address this at the moment, then it's no good to anybody, so I can't conduct my personal readings for people. I can't help the people that want to be helped, if I am just given all of the time to the people who just want to take. Now, I heard somebody mention something the other day about, these videos that we do, the monthlies and weeklies and whatever, would people be as quick to comment or demand if they were paying €1 for each video? I mean, €1 is nothing. It's less than a cup of coffee, but the thing is it's giving something back. And this is where this is where the balance is off at the moment. And I don't feel this is just with me. I feel this is within life in general. Now, this year has been a tough year for so many people. It really, really has. And that's what it was about. It was about our challenges. It was about our tests. It was about, are we going to stand up and protect ourselves? Okay. So I feel me doing this now is kind of saying to you, yeah, I'm practicing what I'm preaching. Now, there's an old teacher of mine who put a post on Instagram the other day, and it really, really made me smile. It kind of, it was like, wow, you've come out of nowhere. And he'd said, what if the whole point of being a teacher was to show that you are willing to demonstrate the importance of meeting your own needs? And this is it. I tell all of you, when I do the cards and the way I work, it's like, look after number one, because if you can't look after yourself, then you're not very good at looking after other people, because when you have nothing left, and you kind of give from an empty cup. And this is exactly how I'm feeling at the moment. I have seriously contemplated my career within this week. Now, that is just a reaction rather than the response. So please don't worry, because I absolutely love my work. I really, really do. And I love connecting with you and all of this. Okay. But I really feel at the moment it's I need to step back. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking a sabbatical. Spirit told me to 2 weeks ago, and I pushed through, and they've made it very, very clear that this is what I need to do. I don't know if there will be any monthly readings for January. If I feel that I can do them, then there will be. If not, I will be back in February. Okay, but I don't want to take that long off, but I really, really need to take some time, because even when I'm not doing these videos, the pressure is still on, and like I say, I'm getting messages, you haven't done this video, you forgot that. I haven't forgot, I know exactly that I haven't done them. The reason I haven't done them is because I haven't had time. These free readings are done when I have time to do them. I've like I say, I'm having to take time off. I've got through all of the paid readings that are there. I've been working pretty flat out, and I'm literally I'm empty. That is it. I am literally empty. So it's, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry that I've got a rant. But I just want you to know that, if people are taking too much of your energy, I mean, honestly, at the moment, it's been from all angles and in all different ways as well, and just the way somebody speaks to you, or the way somebody talks to you, it could be quite aggressive or passive aggressive, and this is still affecting your energy, and if you feel you have to defend yourself, then that is time when you need to take a step back here. I mean, like I say, people have gone through horrific things this year. I know that, and I am there to help, and this is what I do. And like I say, I do more free stuff than I do paid stuff. But when I do the free stuff, it has to be in my time. Okay, the time cannot be dictated. Otherwise, it's a demand. And when there's a demand, or when somebody tells me that I should be doing something, my automatic reaction is to step back and say, no, I shouldn't, and I've always been a bit like this. And I'm sorry, and I see other readers going through this as well. And it's, we are all teachers and healers, okay? We are all teachers and students. And this world needs the people that are there to teach at the moment, the people that are there to heal. It needs it massively. But if we keep getting prodded and poked and prodded and poked to the point where we say, you know what, that's enough, I'm done. I could go and get a job doing, something creative, doing what my degree is in, and I wouldn't get the shit that I get with this, and that is, that is pretty much where I'm at. I don't want to have to do that. And it really saddens me deep to my core when I see that this is affecting other people as well, And like I say, if you don't like what we do, then go to another channel. I had somebody the other day telling me that I go too deep in my readings, okay? You go too deep, you mean well, but maybe just, like fluff it up, soften it up. At the end of the day, I don't paddle in the shallow end. If you don't like deep, then you're obviously not ready for it. So go to another channel. Don't keep commenting on the same video that you're still watching, and then telling me how I'm doing it wrong. Like I say, deep is how I work. It's how spirit work with me. And it's for those that want to progress and want to grow, and that is pretty much everybody here in this. So like I say, this isn't a rant at you. This is what I'm saying. If you don't want to go deep, then go away. I'm saying that kindly. But this is the way I work, and I'm not going to change that for anybody. Anybody that's had a reading from me, know that, I put my all into it. This person who messaged said, I felt like I was getting a lecture. Your reading was exhausting. And I said, try doing fucking 12 of the fuckers, try doing 12 straight off. The energy that I put into them is, it's massive. And I want to do that because when I do it, I want to give the best, I want to give the best that I can. And I want whoever I'm reading for, even if it's a general reading, I want them to go away with clarity. And, by fluffing something up, that is never going to work. The world is not fluffy. Okay. The world can sometimes be hard. And if I can show people how to navigate, or spirit can work through me to show people how to navigate through this and be the best people that they can be, and to always be kind. That is the key to everything, I think. So this is how I'm feeling at the minute. And I'm so sorry, it's sad that I've been bullied by 2 adult women. This is it, and I feel what it is at the moment, okay, is people are scared to face themselves. They're scared to face the truth, and they're scared to face themselves. And you know what? They will stay in the dark because the truth is all that there is, okay? And like I say, it's not about fluffy, you've got a knight in shining armor coming in, you've got this, you've got that. That isn't how I work, and that is not going to heal. Giving people false hope, doesn't work in my in my book. When I'm working, when I'm reading, I will always be gentle, but I will give them the message that they need to have. And I've had people not like it, and then 6 months later, they come back and say, thank you so much. Other people were telling me that this was going to happen and that was going to happen, and I put my life on hold. The way I work and the way spirit wants us, what spirit wants us to do is to move forward, okay? And if I can be a guide or whatever within that, that is what I'm here for. And I'm here to serve. I surrender. I'm spirit's bitch. I always say it. And I am here to serve. And I love my work. Okay. But I don't like the shit that comes with it. And, people say, just ignore it. Just ignore it. If you get a troll, then, oh, Hayley, thank you so much for that. Thank you. I'm going to donate that to the Choose Love movement as well. God, I'm getting quite emotional there. Thank you for that, Hayley. There's on my videos, which I haven't finished all of them, there's a shop opened in New York and in London called chooselove.org, I think it is. And basically it's a shop that sells nothing. And what you can do is you go in and you can buy something for a refugee. Things start at €3, so it's not breaking the bank. You can buy a blanket, you can buy a flask, you can buy a jumper, a pair of shoes, a tent, you can buy food, whatever, for people that really don't have anything. And that is, like I say, I've asked friends of mine, who would normally buy me Christmas presents to donate to that instead, so like I say, thank you so much for that, Hayley, and that will be going towards a good cause there as well, so right, okay, am I just random here? I really am, but thank you for allowing me, and thank you for allowing me the space to do that as well. And I think this is what we've got to be careful of as well. We've got to be aware of, is, sometimes we can just get on the phone to somebody and go, oh, this is happening and blah, 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 and ranting. And, I think what we need to do is before we do that, we need to say to them, is this an okay space? Have you got the emotional energy to hold what I'm going to say, and a lot of times, 9 times out of 10 I have. There's good friends of mine have really needed me at the moment and my space, and I have that for them, okay? But in doing that, then I haven't had as much to give to other people as well. So I'm sorry for that, but no, Haley, it was a lovely choked up. It was really, it's like I say, when I come on here, it kind of restores my faith in human nature as well. Don't pay. Yeah, I know it's hard to say. It's easy to say don't pay attention to them, but I'm an empath. I'm a huge empath, and it's both a blessing and a curse. And I feel it. If somebody types a wrong word or something like that, I feel it. I feel the venom, and it's almost like poof. You're getting shot with that, and because I haven't been energetically taking care of myself in the way that I should have, these have been hitting, and they've been hitting hard, and like I say, I know my life is, I'm living this dream life here, but I didn't get here through luck. This was through hard fucking work and a lot of sacrifices, and there's been some big changes in my life, huge. And I've got a lot of letting go, and I've still got healing to do. I still got processing to do, and because I've been working and working and working, and it's like, right, okay, this is what I do. I just crack on. I haven't had time to do that, and it is now screaming out for me to just take this time back and take this little bit hibernation mode. Okay, so thank you all for holding space for me there. I hope this makes sense. And like I say, if somebody is taking too much from you, please feel free to say to them, no, it doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean you're a bitch. It doesn't mean that you're selfish. What it means is that you need to look after yourself. It's like when we're on an aeroplane and they say about the oxygen masks, put it over your face before you go to help anybody else, because what good are you, if you can't breathe? And this is where it's at. So I hope in me doing this and taking this step back, it will allow you to do, because this was passed on from my teacher, who doesn't even know that, but it really, really hit home. And like I say, the energies are massively intense as we're coming into the end of the year. It's bang, bang, bang. It's almost like, right, okay, this is what's been going on. And we need to, rather than go round and round and round, we need to come out of that. We need to come out of that craziness. We need to come out of that ball of chaos, that ball of confusion here. That's the song I'm getting played now. It's like ball of confusion. And this is it. I have crystals in my sports bras. Yeah, I've been sleeping with mine. I've been sleeping with a huge rose quartz on my chest as well. I've got them all over. I think I've gone through so much white sage and Palo Santo this last couple of weeks that, wow, it's like it's unbelievable. Thank you, Susie. Thank you. You've taken so much guidance from my readings. Thank you. And that's all I want. That is all I want. That is why I do this. And I feel bad when I can't get the readings up on time, and I feel bad when I literally sit here and think, I can't do another one, I really, really physically can't. And I feel bad for that. And I feel bad when something gets in the way and I can't honor that, okay? But I make no promises. I never ever make a promise that I can't keep, okay? So I make no promises with these videos. If I can do them, I do them, okay? And, I try. I do what I can. And this is, I think, what we all need to realize, that we can do what we can. We can, it's not our job to save the world. We can it. I would love it. If I could save the world, yeah, that would be, my ultimate goal. I could die happy, but I can't. And like I say, I can only do what I can. And I know people are going through stuff, and I know there's horrific stuff going on there, but I cannot take that on board. It's like the 10 of Wands, this is where I'm at. I always associate things in life with a tarot card, and the 10 of Wands is where I'm at the minute. There's so much being put on that I need to just dump it, and I need to just rest, I don't mean my booze, I mean the crystals. Yeah, the amethysts in the water bottles. Yeah, they're really, really good. I love them. So thank you all for that. I think I've stopped. I think that there was so much more coming, but I've had enough there. And I'm sorry, I'm going to light myself a cigarette here. I'm not going to smoke it properly, but I've been smoking ridiculously, absolutely all out of fucks to give. I am, I'm full of fuck offs, but I'm all out of fucks to give. Right, okay, so what I feel, where am I going with these readings? What am I feeling? I really feel this is a time of creation, okay? And I went to do, I was going to do a video on the Sagittarius moon, which we still have the effects of. So I'll go through my notes with that, because I was lying in bed and spirit started and started giving me what I was meant to do. Oh, and I had my daughter 22 years ago today as well. It's my daughter's birthday. Right, yeah, these are the notes that I got about the Sagittarius moon. And this is what was coming out, but obviously I didn't get a chance to do that, okay, to do the video. So this is about look at us fully, look at ourselves fully. It's telling us to recognize our tribe as well. And my cup that I have here is your vibe attracts your tribe. And our people, the people that we connect with, the people that get it without us saying a word. We don't have to say, whoa, hold on a second, I can't deal with this. They know that, the people that hug you that little bit harder because they know that you need that as well, And this is all about being authentic as well, realizing that this is not, it is not your responsibility to take responsibility for others. You in a way, we enable people, the more we help, the more they rely on that help, and we can give what we can, but sometimes it's like you've got to learn to walk by yourself. What they did say to me as well was that you don't measure your success on how much you have. It's more about the value, the value, how much you are valued, how much you value yourself as well, so that is where true success is. And the thing that I loved what they said to me was, this is a time, they said to me, Tanya, this is a time, because I was asking why, what's going on, why I need to do this and I need to do this. And they said, this is a time of recreation for you, Tanya, which it is. I've moved to a different country. I've left my whole past behind. A lot of grieving that hasn't came up over the last few years because I've been in adrenaline mode and just, right, okay, I've got to get on. Now it's over. So now I'm at that light of the end of the tunnel, and it's darker than what I expected. But what they said is this is the process of recreation, of, recreating my life. But what they also said was that recreation is recreation. Do things for leisure, do things that you enjoy. It's not all about work, And I think this is what we all need to realize as well. And they're saying here that it's almost like a dog following their nose, sniff out what's going to come. This is it. I mean, you think, my little dog, when he goes outside, you don't get anything from him. He's just following that scent to where it goes. And this is what we're being led to as well, because we are in a process of discovery, and, we are in a process of creativity as well, they said. And this is the creativity. I might be doing something with your hands. I sat last night, and to really get my head, I started making a video based on the Fool's Journey. I might share it, I might not, I don't know. It was just something I had to do for me. But this is about us creating the life we want. And these people who are taken and taken and taken, these are the people that will end up with empty lives, because that is what they're creating. They're coming from this place of lack. They're coming from this place of need, and they will continue to get the same. Okay, so it's in giving that when we give all to all, this is when we start to receive. And what they're saying, this Sagittarius moon, it's about fire. And it's about how are we going to use that fire? Is that fire coming from our gut? Is it something we really, really feel passionate about? Or is it coming from our head? Because when it's from our head, it's just hot air. It just blows off. When it comes from our gut and we let it rise and we let it rise, this is when it can propel us forward. So it's a fantastic moon, this, although it might be uncomfortable for a few of us. It's about recreation, but it's also about recreation as well. So I hope that makes sense to you all. So what I'm gonna do, I love my Cigs and Coffee. That one of my favorite Otis Redding songs. That Cigarettes and Coffee. It's I might have an Otis day today when I finish my work. I love Otis. When I was pregnant with my daughter, bizarrely enough, I said that if it was a boy, I was going to call the baby Otis. And my mum hated the name. It really, really didn't like it. So when I was 6 months pregnant, she bought a puppy. And I went in, it was this big German Shepherd puppy and gorgeous with the floppy ears and everything. And I said, oh, he's amazing. What's he called? And she went, Otis. You won't call the baby after the dog. And I was like, oh, wow. You know? But yeah, she was a girl anyway, and she got Alana. Yeah, people don't understand how draining it is to feel other people's energies, especially as a collective. Not everyone is coming from a loving place. So as an empath, it's draining. Thank you for you. Thank you, divine guidance. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, you know, a lot of people now, empath is being thrown around like the words twin flame and blah, blah, blah. There's all of these words, you know, just up in the air. But anybody who is a true empath knows that it's not, you know, it's not just about, oh yeah, I feel bad, or, you know, oh, I feel really down. It's not about that at all. It's you feel the weight of the world. I think it was Jeff Buckley, another one of my favorite singers. If anybody hasn't listened to it, listen to Live at Sine album. It just blows my mind. And he said, you know, that being an empath and being sensitive is not about just, you know, feelings. It's about the fact that a flea could land on a dog and you hear a sonic boom. Everything is amplified, which when you're doing this work, it's great because, you know, we feel this is how we can get into it, how we can, you know, feel what is going on. We pick up the energy. But then when the energy gets messy, you know, then it's not good. I love that story. What's her name? My daughter's name now is Alana, or Banana. She gets called, everybody calls her Banana. I call her Babu. That's my name for her. I call her Babu because when she was little, I used to sing this song Babushka to her, and she couldn't say it, so she used to say Babu. And she's 22-year-old, and she's still my Babu. And she's in England, and you know, I'm gutted I'm not there for her, but she's coming over on the 23rd as well. So I can't wait for that. So, right, okay. Does anybody have any questions or anything for me? That's the thing, you know, is there anything anybody wants to ask me, or can I help with, or whatever? You know, and I really thank you for all your support. You know, I do from the bottom of my heart. I actually, you know, it blows my mind. It really, really does. So if nobody's got any questions, being pregnant is hard work. It is, yeah. Right. I'm not doing personal readings. How can we take advantage of the next moon coming? Right. Okay, that's an interesting one. Thank you, Gina. I'm looking for a job. Right. I think I'm going to go with the sun signs. I really think that's what I'm going to do here. Right, the playing card I'm holding. I don't know, I'm getting 2 of spades for some reason, but that could be how I'm feeling at the moment. It's everything's just the 2s. It's the duality of everything that I'm getting. So, right, what I feel I'm going to do, was it the 2 of spades? That was what I was getting straight away. Bees pudding. Right, so what I feel I'm going to do, I've done this for myself the other day. That was right, was it? Thank you. Right, it wasn't me. I just asked for the answer. Why did you say that? Because I get asked. Right, so I done this the other day for myself with the runes. If any of you are on my Instagram, go on to that. I will be posting on Instagram over the time I'm taking this sabbatical as well, you know, so I will still probably be doing daily cards. It might not be every day, but when I feel the need to do it, I still will do them. Okay. Right. Is it a bad reception here? Is it a bad reception? Right, okay, so what I asked for myself, which is what I'm going to do now for the sun signs, I think, but bearing in mind these will be for sun, moon, and rising, okay? It just depends whichever you verify. I'm asking what 2018 has given us, what gift, even if we don't think it's a gift, that we can take with us into 2019. I think that's quite a important question as well, okay? I missed some stuff. My fella called, told him, gotta go, Tanya's on. Right, okay, there's a card just fell out there when I'm shuffling, and this is the Ace of Swords, and I love this because this is crystal clear clarity, okay? And this isn't for any star sign yet. This is just, I feel the energy of this. It's about speaking your mind, speaking your truth, getting clear in your head what it is you want. And when you are speaking clearly and concisely, when we do this, this actually stops any confusion, you know. And we need to remember, when we're speaking, where is it coming from? Is it coming from a place of love? Is it coming from a place of need? Is it coming from a place of fear? Because wherever it is coming from, that is the energy that then words will put out to somebody else, okay? So if we're panicking, that will be panic, you know, and they will feel that panic, so they will react. So this is what we need to do. It's clearly, concisely, we respond rather than react as well. The connection's okay. Right, okay. So this is it, the Ace of Swords. This is, we can cut through problems. This is the duality of what I've been saying, you know, the light and the dark, the negative, the positive, all of this, you know, they both live within us. But we choose where we're going to go, and where we need to go is down the middle. Not always with the positive, you know, because that ends up where we fluff things and we sugarcoat things and we, oh yeah, everything's fine. You know, to me, fine means fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional, you know. So I don't like being fine, you know, I don't like that. And sometimes I would rather be down the middle, you know, rather than be too positive or too negative. You know, it's about, right, okay, cut straight to it, cut to the chase. And hopefully this is what I do when I speak. I hope people around me would believe that as well. There was a friend of mine the other day, beautiful friend. She really said some gorgeous things to me this week about my readings and about my work, and it really mattered, you know, when you hear it. And she said to me the other day that it's really nice to hear, to be around somebody who will give neutral advice. A lot of times, you know, I've heard people say, well, you're my friend, you should be on my side. And this isn't about sides. It's about, you know, the truth is straight down the middle, like justice. Justice is always fair, and there's always two sides to a story, always, you know. And you always need to remember that the other person is you as well. So when you are giving something out, think about how that person on the other end will feel with that. And this is what's happening a lot with YouTube. Everybody's this keyboard warrior. And if they've got the time to sit and write some hate or negative aspect about something they don't like, then they've got too much time on their hands and they need to get a fucking life. That's what I would say. So, right, okay. Right, so I'm going to start off, as always, with Aries, okay? Because then I get them in line. That's the only way I can remember them. I've been having Spanish lessons as well, and I'm struggling today with that. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. Right. Yes, you're tired all the time, Gloria. It is, and sometimes you've just got to remove yourself from that situation. So, right, Aries. Right, this is quite interesting, okay? So what this is saying here, Aries, is that what you have learned, or the lesson that was given to you within 2018 for you to take into 2019 with you, is that fear makes you cut off emotions, okay? There's a hell of a lot of fear here, Aries. And I don't know if this has come up for you this year. I can't remember any of the readings I've done because it's not my information, so I don't retain it. But what this is saying is fear keeps you stuck, okay? I'm actually getting, my stomach is churning here. You know, when something's bad, it's almost like, you know, you're going to get wrong, and you're like, oh, and you're waiting for it. And what this is saying is that fear has been holding you back, and fear is a place that you could get stuck in, Aries, okay? And what happens with this is you then cut off all emotions, okay? And you become this hard, this cold, this rigid. What happens with that, though, is you are more likely to break. If you are flexible and soft, you know, if we think, you know, look at bamboo. Bamboo will sway in the wind, you know. Other things will snap because, you know, the slightest time there's a bit tension on this, that is when you can snap. You can lose your temper, you can lose people, you know, and by not being open and not being coming from a love place, you know, this is detrimental to you. So the lesson that they're saying for your security coming into 2019 is this balance. Exactly what I said. Have a little bit of fear. Have a little bit of caution. Caution is good, you know, because caution is there to protect us. And if we think when we're in fight or flight, you know, fear is sometimes it's like, oh, right, okay, there's danger here. I need to be more alert. Not I need to cut off or I need to attack. That is an extreme. And when you go to extremes, like sometimes Aries do, you know, in a detrimental way, it's almost like a reverse card here. You know, with reversals, they have a detrimental effect. So what this is saying is by going to extremes, by cutting emotions off fully, by being hard, by being rigid, this can actually cause you more damage than it's doing good, okay? So what you're thinking is protection is actually segregating you. So what you need is to find the perfect balance. And what they're saying to me here is the balance is always in the truth, okay? So this is telling you to go deep, Aries, okay? Deep into who you are. Really, really look at it. A lot of times Aries don't like to do this, but this is going deep, okay? This is the gift that you've been given in 2018. If it's been painful for you, then what has it highlighted? You know, because it's beautiful, okay? It's fairness, and you need to play fair as well, Aries. This is what it's saying, you know? So, like I say, I really like that. Am I gonna pull a spirit card? No, I'm gonna pull a oracle card to go with this and see what the message is for this. So I hope that made sense. I'm the bloody queen of extreme. Like water, yeah. You like water. Bruce Lee said that, isn't it? Yeah, so what it's saying is you have this determination here, Aries. You know, you will go the distance. You will pursue, you know, you will get to whatever you set out to get, but it's almost like seeing this as it's not a race, okay? And you can't cheat. In order, if you want to get to enlightenment, to this life where you are free and all of this, you cannot cut corners. You've got, the only way you can get through it is to go through it, okay? And this means allowing this pain to come up, allowing this fear, allowing these old hurts to come up, okay? So that is it. You could be at the finish line a lot quicker than your determination will get you there, by actually sitting with yourself and sitting with your own feelings and looking like that. And you will find that when you do this, your problems will get less, because you will attract the right people for you, not the people who will look good or the people that, you know, on paper look good. The right people, the people that you truly resonate with, okay? So, right, okay, so I feel the message is resonating. Yes, of course it can be possible, Jacqueline. These messages, I feel, are given out for, you know, if you can take something from them, then that is, you know, that is good. You know, I think we can all, within these messages, we can get some that don't resonate, okay? But if you're taking something from that, then, you know, this is guidance, you know, this is spiritual guidance. So yeah, it's for everybody. Right, okay. Osho deck. Why you mentioned the Osho deck, Haley? Okay, Haley, go in the shower, have fun. Right, okay, so who have we got now? Yeah, I'm Aries moon too. I'm Aries moon. Trump. No, I wasn't using Osho. I wasn't using Osho. In fact, I have got in my desk here, I've got this card just on my desk as a reminder. Pure potential. That's what I always say it is. So even in the darkness, this is a pure potential to make a breakthrough. So I have that as a reminder. Where's Hendrix? Hendrix, can you see him there? Hendrix? There he is. Oh, Hendrix isn't like an Ibiza at all. I'm really getting tested with Hendrix and Ibiza, and I don't know what I'm going to do. It's a big worry. Right. Okay. So Taurus, what has 2018 taught you that you can take into 2019 with you? Right. Okay. Taurus. Right. Okay. So Taurus, this is interesting here. And what I'm feeling with this is that 2018 was very, very challenging for you. Okay. And it was almost like you were having to watch your step. You were, it was sometimes like walking a tightrope. This is where walking on eggshells, perhaps even as well, but not getting any reward for it. So what this is saying is that you have been putting yourselves into situations where it is challenging you and where it is hard work for you, but the rewards haven't been worth what you've been going through, if that makes sense. I also feel finances have been an issue for you, Taurus, as well, and it's almost like there's been this feeling left out in the cold here, okay? And it's almost like you're trying to do too many things and be perfect at everything, if that makes sense, okay? So what they're saying here is what you need to take into 2019 is to free yourself, okay? Free yourself from challenges that are not given rewards, okay? It's almost like you don't get prizes for being a martyr here. When we go to them pearly gates, it doesn't say, oh yeah, you put your life on hold for other people. You made it hard for yourself so you could make it easier for others. That is not the way it works. So what you need to do here is allow yourself more time to play, allow yourself to be free, allow yourself to take a risk that will pay off, okay? Not these challenges that it's like, it's like getting in the ring, never doing boxing before and getting in the ring with like Tyson Fury or something and saying, oh, well, if I win, it might, but the fact is, you're not going to, it's a gamble that will not pay off. So what this is saying is free yourself from trying to be the best, trying to do what you're not really cut out for, and trying to please people who are not meant to be in your life as well. So this is free yourself from the restrictions, and you will realize that once you feel free, this is when you will breathe better. I don't know if some of you have been having trouble with breathing here, but it's almost like when you start to breathe, this is when you will start to heal, okay? So look at that as the challenge. Wow, I've just got truth bumps right the way down my back there. And this is saying that there is healing to do, Taurus, okay? So by looking at that as being the challenge, it's going to be tough, but the reward at the end of it, you will have liberation. And that is really what you want, So I like that. I do. I hope that made sense for Taurus. Yeah, Hendrix, he's developed, sorry, I'll finish Taurus and then I'll go on about that. Right, okay, what this is saying, Taurus, is you haven't been listening to the messages. It's almost like you're ignoring the signs. You're seeing them, you're recognizing them, but you're not acting on them, and then you wonder why you're driving along a road and it's roadblock ahead, roadblock ahead, roadblock ahead. You keep going and keep going. And then you get to the end of the cliff and you drive off, and it's like, how did that happen? And it's because you didn't take notice of the signs. It might not, the first couple of miles, it might not be a big problem, but when you get to that end, it's going to be. So this is saying, please take notice of the signs that Spirit are trying to give you, because they're there, okay? And it's almost like I feel here, you were stuck. They're saying stalk. I don't know why they're saying stalk. Not stalk, not stuck. I don't know, what does a stalk symbolize within, I need to look this up. What a stalk, what's stalk meaning? Because they're giving me stalk there, and it's like, what? I hate it when they do this. Right, okay, does anybody know? Right, okay, this is something to do with motherhood, I feel. Yes, something that you're not. Could this be that there are issues within motherhood around you, whether you are male or female, or that you're trying to mother other people, or trying to get this recognition, that you did from you were young, I feel. Yeah, so it's almost like you're seeing other people as babies and you're wanting to look after them, when really it's you that needs the nurture. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. So that was Taurus's. Right, who have we got now? Stalk. Yes, stalk. It's like stalk. It's funny when they start talking to me. And you know what I've just realized there? Spirit don't have accents. Wow, yeah, I've never realized that before. Right, so Taurus, Gemini. All right. Gemini. Right, so what have you learned, Gemini, that is going to you're going to take into 2019 here? Right, okay, I feel yours is more to do with finance, Gemini, okay? And what it's saying is, when you have the security of the means to look after yourself, this is when you allow yourself to open your heart, okay? This is when you feel powerful. Now, I'm not saying, like powerful in the Donald Trump type of way, is look at what I've got, because that is not power, God, I would love to read for that man, I really, really would. But what this is saying is that when you like nice things and you like kind of, to live in this abundance, but abundance isn't always money. But what it's saying is that you have learned this year, I feel, that holding your own and being self-sufficient is where you feel powerful. When you have to ask other people for help or whatever, that actually becomes a struggle for you, okay? So what this is saying is, when you start to grow and you realize that you can support yourself, okay, and you deserve abundance and you deserve to be powerful, because it's almost like you're two different people here, part of you believes that, part of you doesn't. It's like, we've all got this ego, this little voice in our head. You've got, it's like ego and you go, that's what you've got. You're battling against yourself a lot of the times. But what they're saying here, I don't know if many of you had problems with finances within this year, but you got through it, okay? So what they are saying to you today is that know that there is always light at the end of the tunnel, okay? When you are secure within yourself and your needs, your basic needs are met, then you can get through anything. And this is the feeling that is coming through, so I really feel you've been forced to step into your power at some point within 2018. But this has just proven to you that you can do it, okay? So this is the message, or the gift that you are taking into 2019, if that makes sense for you. Looking well, Venus fire. Oh, thank you. I haven't even been feeling it. I've been looking in the mirror and thinking, God, who is this person? I don't even, I haven't even been looking like me. It's really bizarre. Even down to clothes. It's like, what clothes do I put on? What do I even like? What do I like? Oh, God, I've definitely been having a one. It was a year of feast or famine, yeah. But like I say, you got through it, and this is it. You will always get through it. So that is the message I think that you need to take. I will always. It's almost like this too shall pass. Everything stops and everything ends. Right. Yeah. This is it. This is saying to you as well that I feel. If something is uncomfortable, if you are in an uncomfortable place, then feel free to move out of it, okay? This could be around people. This could be energetically, like what I was saying early on. That if it feels uncomfortable for you, then don't do it, okay? Your security is what is important here. And it's almost like, be guided by this light at the end of the tunnel. Don't be dragged back into darkness. Don't be dragged back into negativity by other people or your fear of being powerful. If people fear you being powerful, then they are not people who you need to be around, So what you need to do, it's almost like walk into the unknown. Okay, this is it. The fool within his journey, he goes on his adventure and he knows not where. And, this is it. You might not know what is coming, but what you need to know deep, deep within your soul is that whatever is coming, you will tackle. Okay. And whatever you need to leave behind because it will only stop your progress. Okay. So that was Gemini's. Right, I hope you don't mind. I'm just nipping to get a drink. I'm really, really dry there. So 2 seconds. Right, okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just went out there in the house next door. There's a hippie girl and boy, and they're sitting with the guitars and they're sitting playing, and God, I love it here. But Hendrix won't even let me go and sit outside. I'm having, somebody mentioned Hendrix, massive separation anxiety problems with him. I've got a dog behavioralist for him, and it's just getting worse and worse, and it's very, very frustrating. I know it's all new for him and stuff like that, so I'm trying my best, but he's chilling because he's had cannabis oil. that's why he's chilling. Yeah, that's why he's chilling now. It's the only time he can get some peace. Oh, sorry, I hate the sound when I'm drinking there, but I was so thirsty. But yeah, he's proven to be I'm having to be patient with him. I love him dearly, but to see him not being his normal self, he chased a stick the other day and I started to cry because it was the first time I'd seen him being like himself. He looks so cute. He's beautiful. He's an amazing little dog, but he's like, no, don't like a beef there. Don't even want to like. He did chase a chicken the other day, which was quite funny. Right, okay, so who have we got? Gemini. Oh, right. Who is it that's having problems with their neck? Is there somebody having problems with their neck? As I'm really feeling it. Yeah, the oil does help. Me too, as well. It helps me too. I have I was going to say, I don't think I'm allowed to say that. Right, okay, back to this. Right. Yeah, this is what I'm feeling. I always thought he would never come here, and now he's here, and it's there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. And I feel me having to stay in with him all of the time is, this is part of my healing as well, So, right, okay, so Gemini, Cancer. What has 2018 taught you that you can take into 2019? Right, okay. This is interesting. I like this. Right. Right. There's real elements of trust here. I am, Miranda. I am. It's like I say, I'm loving him hard every day. Sometimes it's hard to love him the way he's going on, but I am loving him hard every day. I actually bit him yesterday by accident. I was like, "Oh God, I love you so much," and he went, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, sorry." So I just got that carried away. Right. Okay. So, Cancer, what this is saying here is that if somebody is trying to take from you, okay, or if somebody's words hurt you, what you need to do is you need to remember that, okay? It's almost like this is strange because I'm a great believer in forgiveness, okay? But this is like not forgetting this. So what this is saying is that you will, when somebody is trying to hurt you with your words, you have learned that is not strength, and your strength is not to retaliate in the same way, if that makes sense. And what you have learned is that working together with somebody is better than working against them, okay? And I don't know if this is in partnerships or relationships or business or what, but when you're working together with somebody, this is when you will shine. This is when you will feel powerful. This is when you will get more done. When you are being around people that are confusing you or confusing your relationship with them in some way, this is when you really, really need to hold back. It's almost like here I'm getting, if you juggle knives, the chances are you're going to get cut. Okay, so some of you may have had harsh lessons in 2018 where you have been hurt. Okay, you have been hurt by somebody else, but it's almost like that person came armed. Okay, so did you expect them not to hurt you? Right, sorry, it's the way they showed me here. What this is reminding me of is the story of the girl and the snake. Have you seen that, where the snake is dying? I feel the snake is dying, and it's near a river, and it needs to cross the river, and it begs to the girl, please save me, get me across the river. And the girl says, but you're a snake, you'll attack me, you could kill me. And he's going, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that if you're going to help me? Please. And he begs, and this girl gets the snake and goes all around the river, and the snake starts to coil itself around her. And when they get across the river, the snake bites her with its venom. And as she's lying dying, she said, but why did you do that? I was nice to you. And he said, but you knew I was a snake. So this is what I feel it is, right? Okay, I'm getting the truth bumps again there. That is what they're trying to say. If you know somebody is no good or not a good sort or not good for you, then don't keep giving them chances after chances to hurt you. It's almost like you have been handing the knife to them and saying, stab me some more, okay? So this is the lesson that I feel you've learned this year, and this is almost like what you love will not cut you, they're saying. Real love will not cut you. So I really feel it's almost like you going into 2019 relearning what love is. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. Wow, that was quite a heavy one, Cancer. Yeah. You knew I was a snake. Huh? I think it's something to do with the cosmos. Maybe it might be something to do with the cosmos, why I haven't felt the same. Or I think it's something to do with the fact that I don't sleep, that I've been stressed and stuff like that. I think that's what mine is. With him, I don't know if, some of you will know, some of you don't. I have a tumor in my brain. And it's not cancerous or anything, but it stops me producing melatonin, so I don't get sleepy. So I use nature's medicine to get sleepy, but I've been using too much of nature's medicine, so I've kind of stopped that for a while. And when I stop it, then I don't sleep. So it's like, life, eh? Right. So again, with Cancer, what it's saying here as well is that you have to stop thinking things are fate. Okay, now, right, okay, where they're going with this, because this is usually they contradict themselves, and it's almost saying what you are trying to do here is control fate. This is what you're trying to do. It's like, this is the outcome I want, and I'm going to make this person fit into it. Okay, I'm going to make this situation fit into it, and I'm going to call it fate. When there's control involved, or manipulation, or when you're going in that direction for a desired outcome, that is not fate. Okay, that is manipulation. So this is where I feel that there's been, problems. You've made something fit, or you've made someone fit, and you're trying to push this square peg into a round hole. And like the sisters on Cinderella, when he goes to show them the shoe fits, and they're going, yeah, it fits me, and they're all crippled and stuff. So this is it. You're trying to make other people fit into your idea of what you think will be your happiness. But this is where it has caused your unhappiness, if that makes sense, Cancer. Right. Wow, I like these. I like asking a question with these as well, because it really makes the reading interesting, I feel. So wow, we've done an hour already. Thank you for being here, everybody. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. I really think Hendrix has got a little bit dementia as well. I think he's going blind, he's going deaf, he's in a new place. And last time I left for a year. So now he's like, oh God, she can't go out. And, and then I take him out with him, and then he's been attacked 3 times off dogs because he's got this fear. So they're going, and it's yeah. Yeah, it's not bad now, Nicole. I've got it under control. It's actually, bizarrely enough, it's on my pineal gland. So no, you didn't miss, Pisces. So yeah, it's been a lot better since I've been on the island. Right, okay, so Cancer, Leo. Right, I'm sorry if I keep having a little bit of a cigarette, but when I've been on these this long, and if anybody doesn't like it, then I don't really care. And I'm not meaning news. I'm meaning people that will come on and see this afterwards. They'll go, hey, you were doing this, you were doing that. And it's like, yeah, you know why? Because I can. Right. Rainy days gone, sunshine again, and that sun can do. Sun is amazing. Sun is amazing. Right, okay. So, Leo. Right, okay. So what I feel within your cards here when I'm looking at this is that you have learned that you cannot live in a bubble of nostalgia. This is it. You cannot live in the past. Okay, everything changes here. And what this is saying to you here is that trying to keep things the way that they have and keeping this little bubble where nothing ever changes. It's almost like, the Miss Havisham story. What's that? Great Expectations, where she was jilted at the altar, so she just kept everything the same. And this is stopping you from moving on. Okay, it's like when somebody passes, and people keep their rooms exactly the same, and that is it's not keeping that person there, it's keeping the pain there. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. And like I say, I'm not being flippant when I talk about like wanting to hang on to something that was what was, but it's almost like something that has died a natural death, then if we keep that alive, it will start to rot. Or if we keep that, it will start to rot. I mean, all of us have lost a loved one. A loved one has passed to the other side. And although we hold that person in our heart and in our memories, we don't keep the body with us. I mean, that would be pretty macabre, because that body is decomposing. And this is what it's saying, it's almost like being hanging on. It's been, what's the word? Glamorizing, like rose tinted eyesy. Rose tinted eyesy, that's not a word at all. Looking nostalgically at how something was, and we all remember things better than what they were. And, we had bad times then as well. We just tend to forget them. So what this is saying is this year has taught you that, okay, that the change is inevitable. Okay, things cannot change, stay the same. And this is the Wheel of Fortune within tarot. And what this is saying is that everything changes, and there will be good and then there will be bad, and then there will be good and then there will be bad, so this is it. It's a cycle. Okay, so you cannot stay in the same cycle. Cycles need to change as well, and sometimes we need to break the cycle. So what this is saying here is that what you have learned is that this is happening. And then there's my cousin on the phone. She'll be funny. She just makes me laugh so much. We talk absolute. Oh, right. Okay, I'm going to have to decline that because it comes through my computer. Right, it comes through my computer. Sorry about that. So what this is saying is that you have learned that you can't keep things how they are. Sometimes you have to sacrifice what was in order to get what is, or what is for you. And this is the wake-up call. So what is coming into 2019 for you is a new way of being, a new life, rising up like the phoenix from the flames, rising from the ashes of what was. Okay, so I don't know if some of you have been in mourning because they've mentioned ashes there, but this is time to let it go. Let the past go, and embrace the new. Okay, it's also saying as well that I feel you're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there breaking this cycle. But there is a sacrifice that needs to be made. And it's almost like allow them cords to be cut, they're saying, and this will bring you back into center. This is what they're showing me like that. And this will bring you back into center. But be grateful for this as well. It's almost like I'm praying there as well. So, right, I'll see what your oracle card is here as well. Does that make sense to anybody? Right, okay, so this is for Leo. God, I love these cards. They're the Fountain Tarot deck, and they are just such beautiful, beautiful cards. I love the artwork on them. Absolutely love the artwork. Yeah, so what this is saying is it's almost like sometimes in order to regenerate and sometimes in order to move on, you have to do nothing. Okay? So this is, you don't have to control, you don't have to manipulate situations, you don't have to take control of others. You need to kind of clean up your side of the street, so to speak, so this is it. And it's saying to you here that it is time for a cleanup. Time for a cleanup of everything, getting rid of all of this residue. A lot of people clean the house before Christmas, and they get rid of a lot of stuff. And this is what I feel you're doing, okay? This is it. It's big changes for you. You're going to succeed. Don't worry about failing. The only way you're going to fail is if you stay the same, Leo, okay? So this is it. It's almost like there's work to do, but this is cleaning out the past, cleaning out the clutter as well. And this will lead to your freedom. I'm glad to see you again, amazing. Thank you, Scorpio. Tarot. I'm frightened to read anybody's thing now after the last time. And the award for the most beautiful person performing the worst accent in the world goes to... Do you not like my accent? You know I sent my friend a voice message the other day and I was really stressed because I tone my accent down a bit when I come on here. Right. Right. I don't know what's happening here. Right. At least I'm not a brummie. I'm not from Dublin. Everybody thinks I'm Irish. I'm not. I'm from Newcastle, north of England. I'm a Geordie girl. Geordie girl currently living in Ibiza. Unbelievable. Right. So who are we on now? Virgo. What has 2018 taught us that we need to take into 2019? Are you Northern as well, Phoenix Fire, yeah? You Northern? Right, okay. This is, you're getting really nice cards here, Virgo. Yeah, so what this is saying is very similar to, I think, Leeds. I like Leeds. Not far from me, actually. Yeah, we have the best beer in Newcastle, and we also know how to drink it as well. I've turned into a lightweight. My daughter's coming out for the Christmas, and I'm terrified. Her and her boyfriend are coming out, and I'm terrified because I'm thinking I can't drink anymore. I used to be able to down pints with the rest of them, but now I can't. Right. Okay. So what I'm getting here for Virgo is what you have learned from the past, very similar to Gemini, I feel. It's almost like you have learned to find your security by embracing the past, by looking at the past, by letting it teach you lessons rather than becoming stuck in it, okay? So what this is saying here is that it's almost like this is you planning, okay? It's almost like now you have unwavering faith that whatever you put your mind to the future will come to fruition. I mean, your final card is the 10 of Cups there, and look, what a beautiful, beautiful card. And this is almost like given a reward, okay? A reward for what you've learned. It's kind of like I'm seeing there, it's almost like Oscar ceremony night. Where and the award goes to, which is funny because that's exactly what somebody's just said there. And this is it. It's almost like you realizing that the past has given you a gift in order for you to be able to start again. And now you will know what true happiness is. Okay, so I don't know if that makes sense, but you're going into 2019 with a very open heart, Virgo, I feel. And this is it, rather than being closed off, because, everybody's past is not always great, but rather than being closed off, what you are doing is you're going in open hearted, almost like a child now. You're going in thinking, right, okay, what do I want to do? Nothing is impossible. I can be who I want to be. And what I really, truly want to be is happy. Okay. So this is it. Some of you might have changed careers or thinking of changing careers or putting something new down, trying something new. This is what it's saying. But it's lovely, it's this childlike, it's this freedom, it's this almost like I say, you've dumped your baggage, you've got the prize, you've done it, you've leveled up, you've passed the test, and this is when you start again, but fresher. I'm getting the smell there of fresh grass, when cut grass, and it's all fresh and it's beautiful springtime. This is what I'm getting. It's real freshness, and I feel this is you being refreshed, this is you feeling rejuvenated, and this is you thinking, right, okay, I can plan now. So this is it, a real sense of freedom and happiness coming in there for you, Virgo. Who'll have had knocks, but for the greatest rewards, yeah. Right, why is somebody getting timed out? What are they saying? I'm not actually seeing the messages. Are they bad? Thank you for that, Magic. I like this phone getting put in timeout. Right, yeah, this is good. This is good. This is almost saying, I feel, Virgo, it's like you've cleaned out your thoughts. You've realized that your thoughts can make you become messy and murky and muddy. Okay, I mean, Virgos are analyzers, aren't we? That is what we do. We get in our head too much. But what this is saying is, it's almost like, I don't know, I feel, I don't work with angels a lot, okay? But this is almost like, I feel there are angelic forces have helped to clear your mind. Right? I don't work with angels. That's really strange, because last night I did go to bed with, 4 o'clock this morning when I couldn't sleep. I put an angel meditation on for some reason, which I don't normally do. So yeah, this is it. And it's almost like you can now see from a different perspective. Okay, so you can see what needs clearing up. You can see, that corner that was missed, or or something that's been swept under the rug. You can see it, and it's about you getting out in the open, being out in nature, but also getting everything off your chest and out in the open. So there's been a big clearing, I feel, this year, which is leaving you free and ready to be full up in 2019. So I hope that makes sense. Experimental storylines. Oh, bizarrely enough, there's a phone call from my past. Wow. Right? Here again. Just as I was doing the Virgos. Right. Right, okay, so Virgo, what do we have after Virgo? Leo. No, Libra. I'm pleased I came on and done this today. And I'm sorry about the rant in the beginning, but I think it was needed. Right, Libra. Right, okay. So, what 2008 has showed you is that I feel sometimes where you have thought you are secure, or your security is there, it has actually kept you more boxed in. So there's this feeling when I'm looking at this, that there is almost like, I feel like You know, when there's a nuclear war, okay, and people have these like underground cellars, you know, that they go and store themselves in, you know, and it's like, you know, they've got like the leaves and that on top of them so that nobody can see it, but they're safe down there. But they're safe, but they're segregated. It's like, right, okay, I'm down here now. What am I meant to do? And this is what I get in somewhere that is, I feel somewhere that is was meant to have been security has actually been more of a hideaway, more of a, you know, it hasn't been productive for you. So it's almost like, yeah, I feel like some Leos could have been working something out. This could be on paper, even doing like mathematical equations, you know, to mix the physical and the spiritual. So there's this big draw now of this. So it's right. Okay, sorry. I'm needing to get this clear what they're saying, so I'm not sounding like I'm talking like an idiot. Right. Okay. What this is saying is, it's almost like I feel you are not working fully from your head. Okay, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing. I feel some of you have had to mend your head in some way. What's that? Vinegar and brown paper. What was that nursery rhyme? Who banged his head and couldn't get up in the morning? No, it's not that one. 3 in this morning. Who was it? What's the nursery rhyme? Wait, something about banged the head and wrapped it in vinegar and brown paper. When he went to bed to fix his head with vinegar and brown paper. That's it, Haley. Yeah, that's what they were singing there. So I don't know what vinegar and brown paper is, but that was what I was getting here. So some of you may have had, no, that wasn't Willy Winky. He was in his nightgown, wasn't he? He was in his nightgown running all over town with a light. He was pretty much, he would get arrested for that now, wouldn't he? But yeah, so this is, sorry, I'm going off track on Libras. So yeah, this is this is something about mending the head in some way, but then being able to mix the spiritual and the earthly together. It's almost like an alchemy kind of thing, you know. So that is something that you've learned, maybe learning to live in the two worlds. And also, I feel here, it's about letting these walls crumble and walking into the unknown. Okay, so this is what is coming through. So it's almost like now I feel somewhere that you felt was a comfort was actually a very dark place. So now it's saying, don't be afraid of the dark or what you don't know. Be afraid of what you do know, that is light but not dark, if that makes sense. Right, okay, this is bizarre. Sometimes I just wish I had a projector, you know, in my third eye, so I could just project it on the screen and then you would get it. So I feel there's a lot of magic around this, okay? It's almost like it's been blown open, okay? The walls of segregation are coming tumbling down, and you are stepping into this magical way of being. You are realizing that you are powerful beyond belief. They say those that don't believe in magic will never find it, and it's almost like, here, I believe, you know. And it's almost like there may be stormy waters, but these stormy waters are almost going to get you to where you need to be quicker, if that makes sense. So it's quite elevated, this as well. Right, okay, I don't know what right, okay, I don't know what that is. That's this stuff there. So right, this stuff there. Can we click them out, please? Somebody. Right, so this is it. It's a falling away of the old, you know, but this is a clearing, and a necessary clearing. And like I say, I think a clearing of your mind and a clearing of your life, if that makes sense. I'm going to have to do this, sorry, because it's really getting... there, okay, so all the messages will be hidden now there. Right, so Libra. Hey, Poppy. Poppy just popped on. Right, okay. What is the oracle card for them? Yeah, so this is, again, it's almost like, wow, there's a lot of building here, a lot of building. So it's almost like everything's come tumbling down, walls have come tumbling down, but now it's like, right, I want that brick to be there. I want that brick to be there. I want that brick, making sure everything is a solid foundation in which to build. So yeah, you might have lost a lot this year, I feel, but you have gained so much more, okay? Because what you've lost was kind of, it's like, you're getting the Tower card there, and the Tower, I always say, people think it's this safe, this safe space, but if we look at fairy tales, people are usually locked in a tower. It's usually somewhere where they want to be. If we think Rapunzel, she would, she wanted to escape from it. The Man in the Iron Mask, all of this. People were locked in towers as a punishment rather than a safety. And sometimes towers are power. They're saying there. Towers are seen to be power. Yeah, again, they're bringing the Trump thing in, the Trump Tower there, and it's like, no, sometimes when you're locked in that, you've just got harder to fall, further to fall. So what this is saying is everything the universe has cleared, made a massive clearing, but this is for you to rebuild. So 2009 will be about rebuilding, and rebuilding and almost using magic as cement. That makes sense. Right, okay, so Libra. Who have we got after Libra? Scorpio. I'm sorry, Bernie, I'm actually taking a sabbatical from personal readings. The other girls, however, on my website could be able to help you with this, but at the moment, I'm doing these videos, and then that is it. I'm not going to be available for readings until about February. I'm sorry to... I'm sorry that I can't help with that, but I wouldn't have been able to help on here anyway. Like I say, these are just for the star signs, or the sun signs. It's everybody says now, don't they? Right. So Scorpio. Right. I feel some Scorpios here. Right, hold on, let me get this. I'm getting three's a crowd. First thing I'm getting with Scorpios, okay? We've almost realized that three's a crowd, that interference doesn't work, and love is not meaning that you need to hold other people up. That is enabling, if that makes sense. So it's almost like I feel here the lesson you have learned is, rather than to jump into love, okay, and being in love with love, and thinking that in order to love, you need to hugely support everybody involved. It needs to come both ways, okay? So what this is saying is, I feel the lesson you have had for this year to take in is to be a little bit more cautious, okay? Be ready to do something, but also proceed with caution. Don't jump into something, because it's almost like, yeah, I'm getting kind of juggling plates, okay? This is what I'm getting. There's a lot of, you're trying to do all things for all people, and that isn't working for you as well. The flow is being stopped there, and this is kind of leaving you, standing there thinking, right, okay, what do I do? It's almost like just standing there looking looking pretty. It is not your job to serve others all of the time if they will not serve themselves, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's like you're not a buffet. I don't know why they're saying a buffet, you like help yourself buffet kind of thing. So what this is saying is that you have learned your own wisdom. You have learned your own wisdom. You have now kind of got some restrictions, or as you're going into 2019, there should be some restrictions. Restrict yourself. Sometimes you can be very, very impulsive, and that is a beautiful, beautiful quality of Scorpios, but it can actually be detrimental as well. And what this is saying, very similar to what I was saying before, if your cup is not being filled back up, it is going to end up empty. Okay, so this is it. It's to pull back from giving to others, giving all to others here as well, because I feel there's some healing needed. I don't know if some of you have been having problems breathing, something with your nose here. But yeah, I'm saying as well, almost what it's saying here is think before you speak. Okay, think before you speak. Think about your words, and before you say yes, make sure it's a sacred yes. Make sure it's a fuck yes, rather than just saying yes in order because you think that's what being loving is. Okay, because you need to be loving to yourself as well, Scorpio. Hope that made sense. Yeah, if you hate somebody, it usually means that you love them. Got a glide hook, so where hate is, it cannot exist without love. So I really feel there's something you need to address with that. Right, okay, so this is for Scorpio. It's that fella. Yeah, this is saying, luck is on your side, Scorpio. This year is going to be very, very lucky as well. And I don't know if some of you are traveling to Ireland. Ireland is coming up there. But I feel that you were a lot luckier. You were a lot luckier in 2018 than what you think you were. Okay, so this is as we go into 2019, by around April, I feel something that happened within 2018, it's almost like it will become evident why it happened by April 2019. Okay, and it's almost like there's a synchronicity here. There's a synchronicity. It's like things are at play, and this is to give you wings. It's to free yourself, to make you, I don't know, to make you quite childlike. I'm loving this. It's almost like I don't know why I'm getting fairies, but it's almost like fairies and and fairy tales and things like that, so maybe you're going to get the fairy tale. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so Scorpio, what have we got now? Sagittarius. I'm not doing personal readings on here, Christy. Okay, these are for the sun signs. And what I get with this as well, when people are, they're asking twin flame things and blah blah blah. If you do believe in the twin flame phenomenon, which I can't say that word, there's so much out there, and there's so much. I cannot speak about other people's work, but if you really believe in it, then you know that it's going to come back, because that is what happens. So yeah, I think people jump on that word. I'm not saying that it's not yours. I'm not saying this personal to you, but I think people jump on the word a lot more than they should. Okay. Most of it is nonsense. Ireland is a place to see the fairies, right? Okay, Jan. Yeah, that's probably why that came out there. Right. So, Sagittarius, right? Okay, it's almost like I feel, right, okay, I feel last year there was some very, very dark times for you, okay? Sagittarius, this is it. It's almost like, but you needed to see this darkness. You needed to embrace it. You needed to, I'm really sorry, my back is really, I feel this is connected to Sagittarius this year. And this is, yeah, so it's, you had this darkness and you felt quite trapped. It's almost like you couldn't see the light there. But the dark was only coming. Wow, I've just seen something in these cards that I've never seen before, and I've had these cards ages. The dark was only coming as a warning. It's almost like you were ignoring warnings, okay? You were ignoring warnings, Sagittarius. And this could have been for 18 months. I don't know why 18 months, but you were ignoring it. You know, it was almost like you got comfortable in that darkness. But something happened, and it was almost like a light came on, you know, like, this is what I'm seeing. It's like, you know, and the thing is, if we think we can be in pitch dark, and as soon as we switch that light switch, the dark ceases to exist. You know, it's not dark anymore. And this is what it wasn't a gradual process with you. It's almost like you went from dark to light, bang, that's it, you know, maybe even in a day. And what this has been for you, which I'm loving this, is it's been a time to celebrate. So because you've been in that dark place for so long, what you are now doing is you're ready to go into 2019, you know, just free. It's almost like I'm feeling this. It's more almost feeling as if you're twirling round and round and round, you know. It's almost like taking something, taking every little drop of joy that you can squeeze out of life. This is it, you know. You're now going to celebrate because you have had these dark times, this darkness, this, you know, this not a nice place. You now appreciate true happiness and freedom. And this is absolutely beautiful. There's friends here, there's celebrations, there's parties, there's music. It's almost like you're making up for lost time, okay? That time that you felt was lost, it wasn't lost. You were just lost. You didn't know where you were going. And now it's almost like you're spinning and you don't care where you're going because you're free. You know, this is it. It's like, you know, somebody that's been trapped and held prisoner for years, and suddenly they come out, and at first the light might hurt their eyes, but then when they get it, it's like, you know, it's like run free here. This is what I'm getting, Sagittarius. Run free and celebrate, and you know, you deserve it. It's like your cup is overflowing and overflowing and overflowing here. You know, this is absolutely this is such a beautiful feeling. So you are going into 2019 in a very, very different way to what you came into 2018 in. A very, very different way, and a lot more knowledge as well, and a lot more healing as well. It's like you've passed the challenge, and this is your prize. Okay, so that's lovely, Sagittarius. And those who are Sagittarius, happy birthday as well. Right, so what have we got? Sagittarius, Oracle card for Sagittarius. Sorry, I'm just going to burn some Palo Santo. I'm starting to get a bit of a heavy energy there. I don't know if there's somebody on there who shouldn't be. There could be somebody watching that shouldn't be, and I'm feeling it. So sorry about this. Like I say, I'm being very, very protective of my energy. Yeah, you were faced with a decision, and I feel you took the right way out here. There's Hendrix. I feel you took the right way out here, Sagittarius, you know, and it's almost like, have any of you seen the film Stardust? One of my favorite movies. I love it. It's a proper just feel good one. And there's a star in it, and the star falls from the sky. And at one point she's trying to get away because there's danger. And this white horse, like a white unicorn, just suddenly appears in this forest. And this is what it's been like for you. It's almost like something magical happened to you, which freed you and steered you out of this dark place. Okay, so like I say, you know, there's a lot of magic been happening in these cards, but you're free. You're free to do what you want and to be where you want as well. So beautiful that for you, Sagittarius. Right. Sag, who have we got now? Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Wow, 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 wow. Capricorn. Capricorn, this is amazing. The song I'm getting as soon as I pull these cards is, I don't know why, but it's Queen, We Are the Champions. And I don't know what the lyrics are. It's almost like you've done it. You've made it. You ring that bell, step right up and ring that bell, Capricorn, because this is it. It's almost like I feel you've cut through any shit. You've cut through any problems. Okay. You're now, it's almost like, I feel a bit like, you know, like Arthur with Excalibur, you know, it's this is what, why did Arthur have Excalibur? What was that? He was the chosen one or something like that. And this is it. It's almost like victory is yours. There is a blessing, a huge, huge blessing, okay, that is being bestowed on you. It's almost like I feel with you using your intellect and determination within 2018, you are going to get what you wanted and more. Okay, so this is it. It's almost like this amazing wish, this huge gift from the universe. Some of you will be taking up a spiritual path as well, you know, or a more spiritual path, but it's almost like your belief is being strengthened here because you were strong. They're showing you that, you know, all you need to do is believe in order to receive, and you're going to receive, and you're going to receive massive, massive dividends. There is a massive, massive wish coming through, something I feel you have waited for and hoped for some time, and this is 2019 is going to be the year when it comes to fruition, you know. So it's like I say, it's almost like, you know, there's this is it. It's, things haven't been easy, but God, they are going to be, you know, you're going to be so pleased, you know, so pleased. There is, I don't like to, you know, I'm not, anybody that knows these knows that this is that I'm not, you know, I don't talk about God a lot, you know, I'm not a religious in that way, but what I'm seeing here is almost like a gift from God. It's almost like a miracle. Some of you, you know, that haven't been able to conceive might suddenly conceive, you know. Some of you might get this promotion that you you know, that you never thought you would get, you know, meet somebody that you never thought you would be with. It's this big, you know, and it's almost like this is change. This is change for you, a change in the wind. This is the wheel finally turning in your favor. Okay, it's been a long time coming, but what we've got to remember with the wheel, Capricorn, is that no matter what you have endured in the past, the wheel is like karma. It, you know, so the worse shit you've had, bam, the better the prizes. And this is your time to get your prize, Capricorn. Okay? So, wow, I like that. I like Capricorns. My mum was a Capricorn. Right, okay. Right. Okay, can we just get rid of him? Here you go. Right, okay, so Capricorn, Aquarius. Right, okay, so nearly done 2 hours again. Oh, I think I'm going to go and sleep with Hendrix. I think that's what I'm going to do today. Right, so Aquarius, what are you taking in, what have you learned in 2018 that you're going to take into in 2019? Right, okay, there's love with a capital L here for Aquarius as well. And it's almost like I feel for Aquarius, as some of you have been holding back, some of you have been waiting a long time for something. Some of you have been thinking that you're not going to get what you wanted. But what they're saying here is, in order to because you have found true happiness within yourself, it's almost like you've been patient, you've slowed down a little bit, which is often hard for Aquarius, I feel, but what they're saying here is it's almost like you have took time and care. You haven't gone all guns blazing into something, like you normally do. You've took time, you've nurtured something. This could be yourself, this could be a job, this could be, a partner, whatever. It's almost like you've taken time to do the groundwork. Okay, and because of this, it's almost like this has shined a light on you, on who you are. It's almost, I really feel with Aquarius, it's almost like there's a rising in vibration here for you. And this is going to, when you go into 2009, you're going in with heart. You're only going to put in what you feel in your heart. You're going to put your heart and soul into something, but it's something that you feel with your heart and soul, if that makes sense as well. So this could be love for some people. This could be whatever it is you've been waiting for and has been eluding you, then it is coming for you, okay? Because it's almost like all of your cups being filled here, having everything you want, and being in this state of deep, deep gratitude as well around it, okay? So I like that one. I like that. Fair of face. Who was it? Was it Saturday's child was fair of face? They've just said fair of face there. So I don't know if that means anything to somebody. Right, okay, so I'm going to do this last one. Right, okay. Look at the card I pulled there, man. To be fair, I'm getting fair of face, and then the card I pulled is to be fair. Oh, man. Yeah, this is it. It's almost like you have knowledge now. You're not, you're seeing how life works. You're seeing that what you put in, you get back out. If you don't put in, it's going to tip the balance, So this is it. It's almost like I feel there's a time of you coming into your authenticity. Like I say, I felt like you were rising in vibration as well, and it's almost like I feel you being elevated. There's good fortune coming for you. It's almost like there's balance coming for you, okay? Everything is going to be there, and the clouds are parting within your head, and they're being filled with knowledge and sacred knowledge as well, okay? So some of you could be developing in mediumship or something like that, but it's almost like now the world is starting to make sense. You're seeing it. Rather than being a victim, you're saying, all right, okay, I've been a victim. I needed to go through that in order to get where I am now. So it's kind of like, you've gone up level by level. You haven't just rushed there, which you would have done in the past. So it's almost like you're learning temperance here. You're learning balance. You're learning to just be, be in the here and be in the now. This is what you're learning, rather than being in the past or being too far ahead. So I really, really like that one. Blue skies for you, Aquarius. Right, one more, which is Pisces. Pisces. I just want to say as well, if anybody is or knows anybody who is a VA, a virtual assistant, could you please email me at info@lovebuddhatarot.com, because I think there will be an opening in the new year for a virtual assistant as well. It's not going to be a lot of hours straight away, but they need to have a proven track record on social media platforms, all of them as well as business acumen and things like that. Yeah, it's basic admin type stuff. But cool. Creative as well would be great. Right, so who have we got left? Pisces, my favorite, Pisces. Thank you, Miranda. No, I'm just, as I was saying earlier on this, I answer my messages, I answer all of this. So when you're getting the crap ones, then it affects me. Once you've seen, you can't unsee. So it's almost like, right, push that aside. What is a virtual assistant? It's like an assistant, Jan, but they don't have to be here. It's not like you check into work. It's somebody who can, they would have my login details. They would, schedule social media posts. Basically inform me of. I mean, my website is pretty straightforward now, where you can use that a lot. But if anybody has any questions and things like that, they still come to me through email. So it would basically be like being that, yeah. So it would be stuff like that. I don't even know yet. I mean, I'm creating, and my creative brain is going off the map, literally, and I'm loving it. But because I have to spend the time on doing the practical stuff, I can't do what I want with that, if that makes sense, So it would be somebody just to like take over like that and go da da da. Has anybody seen Sex in the City? The girl that comes and works for her, the woman from St. Louis, something like that. Right. Okay. So Pisces. Wow. This is good for you. I think very different for you, but good for you. So, what we're getting, Pisces, is you're getting a little bit ambition here. It's almost like, I mean, a lot of Pisces are not money driven, they're the dreamers of the deck. And this is why I love them, the dreamers of the astrological chart, and this is why I love them. But what they're saying here, some of you, there's commitment, okay? So some Pisces could be getting married. They could be renewing their vows. They could be getting engaged. They could be buying a house. It's something that you're setting out to do long term. Now, this is why I'm saying it's unusual, because Pisces are normally spontaneous and head in the clouds. But wow, you're being woof. So maybe you have learned this year that you need to strategize more rather than spontaneity. Okay, so this is what is coming in for you. It's almost like some of you could be getting new jobs, making your own business. This is really, it's almost like Pisces are stepping into their power. And I feel this is very, very good. It's almost strategy. You're thinking, you're using your creative mind to think in a creative, logical way, if that makes sense. It's almost like this is, like quite scientific, what you're doing here. And for once, you're following the rules, okay? This is it. You're doing everything by the book. This is it. You're going to do it right. You know, Pisces, they love doing things right, but they usually do it in a different way, you know, around the houses and that. But what this is saying is, no, it's you want this stability, you want this security, and you know that you've got to put the work in for it, okay? So there's massive security and stability coming for you, Pisces. Huge. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. There is going to be a lot more finances coming for you than what has been there in the past for you. It's almost like you're going to strike it lucky. This is what I'm saying. But the luck has more to do with your logic rather than luck just being on your side, if that makes sense. There's a very spiritual outlook as well with this, and it's almost like Spirit are saying to you, if you toe the line, you know, if you do what we tell you, you will get rewards. You know, there is rewards at the end of it. But we need to pull you in. We need to pull you in. No more of this airy fairiness. You know, you can use your creativity to actually create the life that you want rather than just living in the moment, which living in the moment is all well and good. But this is saying, this is almost like long-term planning for you, Pisces, which is quite unusual as well. So I really, really like that you're strong enough to do this. Some of you could become leaders in your field, or some of you could be led by somebody very influential with you. But it's almost like I feel a mentor is coming along in some way that is going to take you in a different direction, but this direction will be security. Okay, so like I say, I really, really like them cards for everybody. It's yeah, I think there's been some good readings in there. Maybe that's because you were married to the wrong person there, Jan. You know, that's it. Or maybe you stayed in it for too long. All right. Okay. My email is info@lovebuddhatarot.com. And like I say, it's you know, it's I don't know yet. Anybody that has business strategy as well, that would be an absolute bonus. You know, knowledge of YouTube, Patreon, Instagram, things like that. You know, it's that is kind of what I'm looking for, because I've got a lot of creative things that I've got to work on where I don't have the time to actually do that, and I want to preserve my energy in order to be able to do my readings as well. Okay, so I hope that's all right. My head now is hurting. It really, really is. Right, so I'm sorry about the rant at the beginning, you know, but it still stands. And like I say, you know, if anybody sees anybody putting this shit on and stuff like that, you know, just feel free to, you know, let them know that, you know, things are free, and you know, when they're free, you cannot demand them. You know, you can't, because what happens is they end up spoiling it for everybody. You know, when you were at school and one person was naughty and it was like, right, that's it, okay, nobody's going to the cinema next week. So there's Hendrix. Hey son, hey baby. Right, so this will probably be the last time I'm on before Christmas. So have an absolutely fabulous Christmas, everybody. You know, please take time to be with your loved ones. Don't get involved in all this. You know, it's how much you spend that proves that you love them. It's presence and not presence, you know, and just be gentle with you. You know, Christmas should be a time of non-stress rather than loads of stress, you know. And I do want to say I'm massively grateful for all of you that give me support every time I come on here, and you know, I really value that as well, and it is appreciated. But like I say, I'm done. I'm done. I'm burnt out. I'm worn out, and I just need, you know, a little bit time to recharge as well. If anybody does need to contact me urgently, then email info@lovebuddha.com. I will be not answering social media posts. My Skype, I never answer. Skype is only for reading for people as well. You know, I only use Skype for readings. So if anybody does need to email me for anything, then it's info@lovebuddha.com, you know, and that will be, I'll be checking that twice a week, you know, but that's it. I'm done. I'm 2018. Well, basically since 2010. You know, this is what I've been waiting for since 2010, and it's there now. So I'm taking some time off, proper time off. I'll probably get bored and I'll be coming on here, but that is the plan so far. So have an absolutely fabulous, fabulous Christmas, and thank you so much for your presence throughout the year as well. Sanam.